Good morning, Moonbase. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of what is now named Good Morning Moonbase here on the Loading Ready Run Twitch channel, or maybe you're watching us over on YouTube in the VODs. What up, YouTube? I hope you're all doing well. Very excited to get going with the second ever episode. Last week, episode 0. This week, episode, I guess, 1. We're still here. We still might move over to the corner. Who knows? But for now, this is what we're doing. And my guest today, I wrote an intro.
Jeez.
Your laugh gave it away.
Yeah, sorry.
You all know my guest today from his work in his first Loading Ready Run appearance in Ways to Eat Fries.
So mad.
Through to his tour de force role in those games we played, all the way to today, where he's one of those loud guys on Let's Nope.
Yep.
No, the other one. It's Adam B. Savidan.
Why are you putting my full gummy on? What is that?
What?
Adam B. Savidan?
Yeah. If I know the middle initial, I'm going to use the middle initial.
That's fair. You know, good morning.
Good morning. We don't have Twitch chat, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't see what you're saying, so
I don't know if the computer is off or we're working on it. Ben's working on it.
Yeah.
Ben, it says no signal. Yeah. Is the Mac Mini on behind it? Oh, that would do it. All right, well, that'll take a second to boot up. Anyways,
episode 0.5.
Yeah, let's maybe 0.25. Let's maybe add
Can you number your episodes like that?
I mean,
episode 0.14.
Yeah, this is 1.0.2.
Yeah, it's like a patch note.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick. 1.02434C.
Anyways, good morning. Oh, okay, we now have a desktop. Where's the keyboard? Ben. Oh, now it's working. Hey, it just automatically worked.
All right.
We are professionals.
Yep.
Anyways, hey, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to, this is the second episode of what is now called Good Morning Moonbase. Big shout out to Molly again for coming up with that name because it is a fantastic name. Obviously, by virtue of the fact that you saw the bonus intro, we're still working on branding and all of that. Last week we showed you the corner area where we're thinking about doing this in the future. We still have a lot of work to make that happen, like painting and building and lights and everything. So for now, we're going to be here. But hopefully by next week, we should have like proper branding and an intro and a image for back here. But for today, we're just going to hang out. As I said, James, Adam, hello. Ben's here.
Hello.
Hey, look at that. He gave himself a camera and everything.
I have the technology to do so.
Hell yeah.
And then also at any point I could just go, see ya.
And of course, this show and everything we do is brought to you by you over at the Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. You should go check it out. I guess we should probably make it so
I should add that.
Yeah, we should add that. We were gonna also add the. We should make one for for Fernwood Coffee. Yeah. I don't actually even know what the code is. Does anybody in chat know what the Fernwood Coffee code is? I don't know what it is. What? Why are you laughing at me?
It's just funny. You're like, want to come on my morning show where the Twitch chat monitor doesn't work and we have no branding and we got no anything and we don't even know the promo code to our Fernwood.
Well, to be fair, it was just an idea. Like, we don't really use that code anywhere other than Coffee with Surge.
Yeah.
And now that that's wrapped up, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is funny to me though.
I mean, yes. Look, it's all a work in progress. We've never, released or started a thing actually ready to go.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's go, and we'll figure it out along the way. Just like this show. I still have no idea what the show is. I have 3 ideas for today.
Okay.
One was actually inspired by Graham last week.
Yeah.
If you'll remember, he brought in the Minecraft Frosted Flakes cereal. Still a bunch left, by the way. Nobody's racing to eat the green Frosted Flakes.
Turns your milk luck potion.
Oh, it's awful. It's truly
Why is that
awful.
I guess it's for children, so it's
Yeah.
a selling point. If I was a kid, I'd be like, it turned my milk green.
Yeah. But
That's tight.
but it did inspire me. I was like, you know what? It's a morning show. We're gonna have new people on, hopefully every week. Obviously, we'll start repeating down the road. There's only so many of us. But I figured for everybody's first appearance, I would ask them what their favorite cereal is. And then I would get that cereal, and we would enjoy a lovely bowl of cereal to start our day. Because last week I had to eat this crap.
Yeah. No.
Honestly, it just tastes like Frosted
yeah,
Flakes.
it's just frosted.
It's
Flakes.
just colored Frosted Flakes,
turns green.
Which is bad.
which is bad. Yes, but Adam, what did you tell me your? Well, actually, what did you initially tell me?
My first
Give me
choice.
this, give me this. Yeah, what was your first choice?
James
when I
asked
asked
me what
you?
kind of cereal I wanted, and I wanted the special edition 1998 Nagano Olympics Frosted Flakes with Patrick Waugh on the cover. I actually Googled it. There's no such thing.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck. I mean, I could find
Probably
a picture
do.
and print it out and
Yeah.
just paste it on this
Yeah.
box.
There's like American skiers and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Frosted Flakes, but they don't make that.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't
what?
even know what they would put on, what Canadian athletes made it on cereal boxes during the Nagano Olympics.
Oh, I have no idea.
And what brands they would have been. Yeah. What cereal did I pick?
Yeah.
Raisin Bran, brother. The best cereal on the planet. Dude, Raisin Bran rules. It also has more sugar in it than Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On top of the chat monitor working and the branding, we're gonna get us a better Rolly.
Dude, the
cart.
casters on this thing suck.
Yeah.
I was laughing at the Rolly cart. I'm like, really? That's the best you got?
Yeah, it's not great. But hey, look at this. I got a family size because it was 50 cents more than the very small box. And this is yours to take home after the show. Isn't that exciting?
I'm
Can,
not taking that home.
You have to take it home. That's what you said you wanted.
Yeah, but I don't want to take it home.
Well, too fucking bad.
I got no. What am I getting? I'm going to the gym after this.
Well, you take it home later. You're coming back for Let's Nope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go home tonight after Let's Nope, take your goddamn cereal
I'm
with you.
leaving it here.
Can
I'm
you
gonna hide it.
turn the box around to the English side for
Yeah.
our American viewers?
There
so
you
they
go.
know what it is?
Cowards.
Yep. Maybe learn some French, huh?
All right.
I'm gonna leave little bran flakes hidden around the office in various spots. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna be like, "What's with all the bran flakes?" Yeah, you can't let all the raisins sink to the bottom.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You know, I haven't consumed milk in years.
Well, here we go. Oh, God.
I can't remember the last time I had milk.
You have an annoying one in your chat sometimes.
He's in all the chats.
Yeah.
And he can speak French. Turn the box around.
That's true. Yeah, you can. Mm-mm. All right.
I guess in coffee sometimes it's a lie.
There you
But I
go.
meant more like
Yeah,
a
straight
glass
milk.
of milk or
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
like, I mean, that is straight, but it's cream. It's not milk. But I guess, yeah, I get what you're saying, but you get what I'm saying, right? What am I going to do? Just chew into the microphone?
I mean, you can push it away a little bit. All right. So I used to.
Cereal is a tragic food.
What are you talking about?
look at it?
I mean,
Look at it. Like, it's kind of slop.
it's a weird soup.
It's not a happy food. You're never really happy when you're eating cereal.
I don't know. I think some people are.
Are you happy right now?
That's not bad. It could use some sugar sprinkled on top.
Oh my god, dude. So you sprinkle some Frosted Flakes on top.
No. Did you not do that as a kid?
What?
Sprinkle sugar on top of your cereal?
Depends what it was.
Yeah, like I would have sprinkled
Yeah.
a little bit on here. You know, just sweeten it up.
You would have put sugar on this cereal?
As a child, yes. I would have
This
put
is
sugar
like-
on everything.
You know what? People that want to just sprinkle sugar on Raisin Bran is kind of like when you're a chef and somebody just puts salt and pepper without tasting your food first.
Yeah.
Like, can you just taste it first and then decide? Mm-hmm. You know? Instead of just massacring the meal I've prepared for you.
This is fine. Why not 3 scoops? You know?
I don't know if you're aware, but the raisin economy is very tight right now.
But
So-
it's been 2 scoops forever, right?
It's been tight for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So you were talking about the ingredients in this thing earlier, and from the sounds of it, Raisin Bran isn't even like a healthy cereal.
No, there's more sugar in this than in the Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, wait, I'm going to eat this first, and then we'll compare notes.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get soggy and gross. I think I'm out of raisins. Oh, no, I found one.
I feel like if at any point while you're eating Raisin Bran you run out of raisins, then they've failed. Like the
Yeah.
cereal has failed you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just eating like, what is it, like Vector, but like crappy Vector.
You're just eating cardboard.
Vector with no protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe you need to take a little responsibility as the eater and ration your raisins out. You
That's
know?
fair.
It's like
You
when
don't
you're
need to
eating a
cramp
salad.
3 of them on a spoonful, right?
Yeah. If you're
It's
eating a
one-
salad and you run out of croutons, then you've messed up.
Yeah. It's 1 per spoonful.
What,
And if
really?
you ever see 2, then
You're doing it
you're
wrong?
doing it wrong. That's why you run out.
I thought the whole point of there being 2 scoops was because they were like 1 wasn't enough, and people are running out of raisins.
Inflation.
Yeah. So now we might need 3 scoops just
Last
to keep
week-
up with
What if they
rising
just put
costs.
1 really big raisin inside?
Single Raisin Bran. Now with the 1 pound raisin.
Pull it out and cut it up and
Yeah.
then put it back in the box.
So, this is better than the Frosted Flakes, but by this point last week, my milk was green and sweet.
Yep.
This is not. All right. Delicious. So yeah, let's check this out. Nutritional facts. Per 1 cup, 55 grams. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Per 1 cup on the Frosted Flakes is 39 grams. But 1 cup of the Raisin Bran is 55 grams.
Oh.
That's so many more. 180 calories for the Raisin Bran, 140 for the Frosted Flakes.
180 calories.
There are 14 grams of sugar per cup in Raisin Brans, and there are 13 grams of sugar per cup in Frosted Flakes. Although,
less grams per cup in the Frosted
correct, yes, it is less grams per cup. If you were to eat 55 grams of Frosted Flakes, you would have way more sugar.
Where is the sugar in Raisin Bran?
They just put sugar inside it.
Yeah, it's just sugar.
It probably tastes like dog shit if you didn't put sugar in it.
Like the raisins are coated with sugar and
Yeah.
palm oil, and there is also just sugars in it.
Yeah. Raisins are just naturally sweet.
But then why? Why would they put the raisins? Like the raisins are supposed to be the treat, but if you have to soup up the treat, isn't by nature your like whole endeavor a failure?
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
but I mean, like, don't they do that with every cereal?
yeah,
They just add a bunch of sugar to it.
yeah. Cereal is just sugar.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's 2 Kellogg's in a row, by the way. I think we need to branch. Hopefully, we can branch out next week. Next week on the show, I think Paul is going to be here. Man, what do you think Paul's favorite cereal is?
Probably like Chex or some shit. Paul seems like a Chex.
Shredded
kinda guy.
wheat, but like the big ones.
The big 2-packers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul's just a bowl of milk.
Well, that was fun. How was your cereal?
It was.
You still have
cereal.
milk. Finish your damn milk.
Don't want the milk.
Drink the milk from the bowl like a normal human being. This is my show.
Okay, yeah,
you
my bad,
follow
my
my
bad.
rules.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh boy. It'll make your bones grow big and strong.
Ew. Raw milk is grody. I've grown off it.
That is not raw milk.
That's not raw milk. That's freaking 2%
Well, you
milk.
know what I mean.
Oh, you just
I'm not saying it's
Yeah, not raw. You're just,
unpasteurized
yeah.
milk.
You're just saying milk
Yeah, milk.
by itself. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It'd be better if it was chocolate milk.
Even chocolate milk.
What?
It's too heavy.
I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It's still delicious, though. Anyways, Bubbly, still, sponsor us. Kellogg's, give us a call.
Ring, ring. Hello, it's Tony the Tiger. I like your show.
Aw.
It's great.
Oh, dear. All right, so
Yeah.
that was the first segment I worked out. And then I have two more.
Yeah.
But we'll wait a little bit until we get to the second one. So, how you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay.
What's new?
I mean, nothing really outside of that you don't know already here, I guess. We just finished the subathon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It's been really warm out.
It's been super warm the last
been
2
great.
days.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
I don't like sweating a lot. Like, I hate getting to the office and just being a gross mess. But I do like the heat. It's nice.
Yeah.
I've come to like it too, because I didn't used to be a big summer guy.
Nope.
But then, yeah, I don't know. It was fun. Wait, Graham's in chat. James wrote today's crap shot, by the way, just dropping that here and running away. That Skeletor gif. Is it the flower shop one? God, that's a fun one. I'm excited. Don't go watch it until after the show. Anyways, I like the heat now. The heat's great.
Heat's pretty chill.
It would be really cool if you could actually swim in the city right now, but like every beach and every freaking lake has like ridiculous, like weird, like green, blue, some sort of algae warnings, where it's just not healthy for you to get in the water.
Uh-oh.
Where have you been swimming?
The ocean?
Parts of the ocean, I think, are actually probably fine. It's mostly the lakes.
Well, like near my place.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Now down near Dallas Road.
You go to the ocean? You swim in the ocean?
Yeah.
God,
What?
you're so cool.
Why does that make me cool?
I don't know. I'm a big baby. It's cold.
Oh, it's not that cold.
It's the constant cold.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always the same
But
temperature.
you get used to it.
I guess.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right.
You
I mean, it
just
is
jump in
warm
there.
out. It would be good to jump
It's
in the
more
ocean
like
now.
afraid of you than you are of it.
You think so?
No, it's the ocean.
The ocean is
It's not
terrifying.
scared. It's not scared of you.
The ocean is the most terrifying
Really?
thing in the world. What's scarier than the ocean? Correct. You can't
Yeah.
even think of a goddamn thing.
Damn.
Yep.
I was gonna be like,
whale.
well, I mean, like,
You can't
mean,
name
like-
things in the ocean.
sorry.
A whale.
You can't.
Yeah, but you can't name things in the ocean, though.
Yeah.
because that's
Why?
just because it's in the ocean. It's
yeah.
part of it.
When I say the ocean is terrifying, I
Yeah.
mean everything that is
Comes
in
along
it,
with it.
and the fact that it is also as big as it is.
Yeah. I guess like you could argue like caves are pretty scary too.
That's true. Like the really small ones that you
Yeah,
have to like
crawl
really
in.
squeeze yourself through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
This is
that.
a great morning show where we just bring up everyone's phobias.
Yeah.
Get 'em all-
I gotta say, like 5, 6, 7 people in Twitch chat have said space.
Yeah.
And space isn't on the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about things on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, space is obviously terrifying.
Technically, space contains the ocean, so
Yeah, that's true.
quid pro quo.
The thing about space, though, is that it's just so incomprehensibly big
Yeah.
that I am not scared of it. Like, it doesn't, I don't think about it, really. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think the fact that space is as big as it is, it's like,
Do you think we'll ever
it's
in
like
our
this
lifetime
big.
find out if there's anything out there?
Yes.
You think so?
In our lifetime?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think we're going to find out. I don't think it's going to be, like, intelligent life.
No.
But I think that we will discover, like, microbes and shit. You know, the teeny tiny crap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But not like a.
I don't think that we will find out there is a like sentient, intelligent, spacefaring species in our
No.
lifetime.
I mean, no.
I would admit, I could even maybe argue we never will, but I'm no scientist.
God, I want them to find like an alternate Earth with just like human beings. It's just like, like I think it would be funnier if we go through all this and then we finally find life on another planet and it's just a bunch of humans living just like we are.
It's just the exact same thing. That'd be actually kind of of I think the chances of that happening are even astronomically smaller than anything else that exists.
But it would be funny.
Yeah.
We're like, finally, can you teach us anything? Like, I don't know.
We're basically at exactly the same point.
Yeah, we're killing this planet. Like, cool. How's your planet doing? Not great. How's yours? Not good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Global warming, social media. It's all terrible.
What would be your ideal alien species? Like if we find out that there's sentient life, and like they show the alien on the screen.
Yeah.
What would make you go, that's sick. That's a cool alien.
Oh.
Does it have to be like, are you talking about, am I looking for like a comparison alien, like from popular media? Or
No. I mean, it could be, you could invent an alien right now.
Invent an alien?
See, for whatever reason, the minute you asked me that question, my head went immediately to Slurms McKenzie.
You want a party alien?
From Futurama.
Futurama, yeah.
I don't know if I'd want a party alien to show up.
I don't know.
It's like always looking for that next high.
Yeah.
That's exhausting.
I mean, I'm not saying it would be I'm not saying I would want to live like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that would be
That's
cool alien.
to find? Yeah. I would love to find like Kodos and Kang.
That's like the same thing.
What? No,
they're just mean.
Yeah,
they're just mean versions of Slur McKenzie.
I mean, if you really think about it, every alien is just mean versions of Slur McKenzie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
My ideal alien, again, I would love to know before I die that there is other life, even if it's just, again, microorganisms elsewhere in the universe or even the solar system. I think that would be cool. That would be a cool thing to know before I go. So what? We got 40, 50 years here. So get on it.
You know what I would do I rub the lamp and the genie comes out?
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, I wish that humans would find like a microorganism or other life out there, but when you zoom in really close, it's my face. Just randomly to really confuse people. How funny would that be?
And that's why they call you Adam.
Yeah. Like, how good would that be?
I mean, that'd be really weird.
It'd be weird, but it'd be funny.
Would it? I think it would be funny to you.
It'd be funny to you. You wouldn't
fair.
find that funny?
No, I would find that funny, I guess.
I feel like,
think
of all the money we could make.
What a waste of a wish, though.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, so that's wish number 1. What's wish number 2?
I don't know. That's tough. I never really thought about it beyond like do I have to? I feel like making wishes is just like there's the easy ones, like wish I had a bunch of money.
Infinite wishes.
Yeah.
No, that one sucks. I actually think that's a red flag when someone tells me that. If I say you got 3 wishes and like, well, I wish for more wishes, if that's one of their first things, I'm like, we'll never get
asking
along.
that question is also just at this point, it's just I don't know. It doesn't really teach you anything about the person unless they get really weird with it.
I think it's a failing on the genie's part for leaving that on the table.
Well, usually they say it when they come out of the lamp.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Robin Williams
That's
said,
like
right?
rule number 1. Can't wish for more wishes.
Yeah. That's weird. It's
Because,
also just greedy. Can't you just take your 3 wishes and be happy with it?
Yeah. You could accomplish a lot with 3 wishes.
I don't have to do anything. I have wishes.
That's true.
I've grown beyond your like judgment and any of that. I can do anything.
This is some supervillain talk we got going on here.
And from my secret volcano lair.
Infinite power infinitely corrupts, So that's I know Ben would immediately turn into a mega mind.
He turns into a good guy.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever really given it serious thought.
No,
because
it's
sat
not
there and thought,
something
like,
to,
what if I got 3 wishes?
You could spend your time more wisely thinking about what you would do if you won the lottery than if you had 3 wishes.
Yeah.
And if you win the lottery, you kind of have 3 wishes.
You know what
within the realm of reality.
You know what I would love to do if I won the lottery?
How much? Like we're talking like,
Let's say like 100 mil.
100 mil. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go into a government office downtown,
Okay.
and then I would pick one person,
Mhm.
and then everyone else I would replace with actors that look like their
Yep.
coworkers.
Okay.
And like I would give them all like we would learn,
Mm-hmm.
spend some time learning like their mannerisms and like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then for like a day I would just put them all in there, and that one person would walk in and everyone looks kind of
Just
like
everything is just a little off. Why government office?
I don't know.
You just like any
I was-
office would work though. Realistically,
Yeah. I just think it'd be really funny.
like a 20-person office kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like 9 to 5, 20 people.
Yeah. Just
Everybody,
like all in their little
everybody
cubicles.
knows each other pretty well,
Yeah, relatively well.
and everything is just a little off.
I guess it is kind of Truman Show. It's also like the joke in The Office when he replaces Jim with the Asian guy. Kind of like that.
Well, yeah, but that was just. I mean, that's just gaslighting, like
Yeah.
to a tremendous degree.
Yeah.
Are you changing people's like race?
No.
I
would
like
like to
your
get it as close as
I
possible.
like your version better.
I want to
where-
spend time. Like I would spend time. I would do casting calls. I would like. I have all this money, so I would
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
spend
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like I'd put out a call and I get people to come in, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll pay you pretty well," and I'd pay the person, like the person that I picked, and everyone that got replaced. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I would spend a large amount of money compensating everyone for the wasted time. But you know, I think that would be really funny.
Make a good YouTube video.
Yeah. It'd also be just a good story for that person and
I
all
mean,
those
yeah.
people, I think. Like,
Have
yeah,
you?
some guy came in and like replaced us all.
I mean, that's very Joe Schmo back in the day, where everybody's the actor except for the one guy. They did that again. Did you watch the? I haven't watched it yet, and I can't remember what it's called. I think it was on Amazon.
Yeah.
With the like it's a courtroom thing where everybody is an actor except for the one guy. Jury Duty.
What?
But then also wasn't there wasn't the famous guy who was in it actually playing himself? I can't remember. I should watch this because I've heard it's very good. But the idea is that it's like a fake courtroom experience where everybody's an actor except for the one guy. Yeah,
That's so
James
weird.
Marsden is in it and he plays himself.
Isn't James Marsden is Spike, right? Or who
No,
am I thinking
no,
of?
that's oh God, what's his name? No,
What's his
James
name?
Marsden is not Spike. Spike was the Masters, I think.
Oh, okay.
Something
James
like that?
Masters?
Yeah. Yeah. James Marsden is Cyclops. Old school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like a what? They have one person who think they're in jury duty and
Yeah.
everyone else is an actor?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of
But-
funny.
And but they're all like they're not being like dicks about it.
Yeah.
Like it's not meant to like punch down in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the guy was like super sweet and everybody loved him. And I should really watch it actually
Yeah.
because it sounded kind of brilliant. So
That's kind of funny.
yeah.
That's the kind of content we need these days.
Yes.
We don't need to be mean to people.
No,
I just
I-
want to put them in situations that are funny.
How are you when it comes to pranks? Like, do you feel like you're good natured when someone like pranks somebody? Or
Depends
you
what
get
it is.
pranked?
Yeah. Like
Totally
there-
dependent on what it is.
Yeah,
you
there
know?
are good pranks and bad pranks. What's the old Just for Laughs show
Oh, yeah.
where
Just,
they did
just
the-
for laugh gags.
Yeah, the gags where it's like there's no audio necessary. Everything is very just like visual based, but they're all like really simple, completely harmless pranks on people just to kind of fool them a little bit. I love that kind of stuff. That stuff is great.
Yeah.
My favorite prank that I've heard of
Mm-hmm.
was a person who submitted it as like a Reddit story where they had a roommate and they had like a situation where each one of them, has their own like cooking supplies and all that jazz, and like they didn't mix the two or whatever. And he discovered that like when he was reaching for his garlic powder, that him and his roommate buy the same garlic powder. And so he noticed that his roommate's was starting to get a little bit low. So he took some of his garlic powder and put it into his roommate's one. And then for about 2 years, anytime he noticed that his roommate's garlic powder was getting like a little on the lower side, he would put a little bit more in. And like after a couple of like months, his roommate was like, I swear, like I feel like it's crazy how long garlic powder lasts. Like I never have to replace I haven't had to replace my garlic powder. Like it's just always there. And like this went on for like 2 years, and then eventually like the dude like moved out or whatever, and like you're just like I hope I haven't destroyed this guy's like perception of garlic powder.
That's really good.
But I was like, that's really cute. Like that's a really good prank to
Yeah.
me. And like the guy never caught on apparently.
That's a good one. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's very case dependent. Some people are fine with like more aggressive pranks or whatever, like you know what I mean. But me personally, I don't know. I don't really get pranked, so
Yeah, we're not really a prank office.
no.
I don't feel like anybody here is really like, and nobody here has ever really been a prankster.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what people were like necessarily when they were kids, because most everybody here I've known since like early 20s, except for like Graham, I guess.
yeah.
So I don't know. Were you like a prankster as a kid,
No.
Ben?
I mean, I was a prankster as a kid in the way that kids just do stupid stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Right? Like, I had a friend, I think I've told this on camera, who very quickly after the event became not my friend because we went to a party and he pooped in somebody's dryer at the party and then turned it on and left.
See, that's
And
that's
it's just like, it's like, you know, dumb kid stuff like that you're like, haha, but it's like, that's not a prank.
That's not a
just-
prank.
You just,
No.
you just like, you ruined somebody's dryer.
yeah.
That's something.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I don't even like. God, you shit in somebody's dryer and turn it on. I have to imagine that dryer is just dead.
It's probably just done.
Like you have to buy a new dryer because
Yeah.
like.
I don't know what the dryer cleaning procedure is.
Well, that's the thing is like realistically, that poop is getting really warm and it's going to be mostly liquid and it's going to get everywhere inside. And that's just
that's
being a
weird.
dick.
That's weird. There was that time I walked in Beach's office and hit his mouse hand with a hammer.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
The
that.
look on his face. It's like, I got your ass.
Was it a prank when, like, I know that Adam, you ran naked around in Duncan with when you got drunk or something.
Oh, no, that was, that's part of the rugby culture. They would make, there's a big trip every season. They would go and play games in Port Alberni.
Yeah.
And so we hop on a bus and we drive up to Port Alberni and we play rugby. And then on that drive back, they were like, everybody buy a bottle of port. So that's what I drank on my way back from the trip.
Yeah.
And then there's a bridge in Duncan that's very famous, and this rugby club would make the rookies run naked across it.
Yeah.
Which, in retrospect, very weird. Hazing culture is
tremendously
sucks. It's
stupid.
stupid. It's so dumb.
It
It's
is.
like,
It is one of those things that you think is fun and silly when you're in your 20s, and then you.
but I wanted to be a part of something, so I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And looking back on it, I'm like, I don't like that. You know? But it's something else. Like that whole like sport culture in general is a little skeezy. You know?
I think it's getting better.
It's getting a little
slowly.
bit better.
Like it's going to be a slow go, but I think it's getting better.
It feels very much like behind the times.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know?
Well, I might disagree. I think it's behind the times that we try to exist in.
Yeah.
But it is not that far behind where most of the rest of the world currently exists.
What do you mean?
I think that we have progressed a little further than maybe the general public when it
like
comes
us?
to this kind of
Or
stuff.
this office, or just
Just this
our
group,
environment?
the people that we
It's a
choose to
little bit
surround
ahead of the
ourselves
curve?
with. Yeah.
is a bit ahead. Well, I mean, that's obvious, I think.
Yes.
Knowing like, because I have like, I have some, I can't think of a better term of saying it, but some normie friends, you know, that don't do like anything internet related. They don't do anything. And being around them, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because like they vary wildly from like, oh, you're so cute and innocent and whatever, and then like, what the what do you mean? What are you saying? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's wild. Yeah, seeing the like, what's the word I'm looking for? Juxtaposition, I guess, of the difference in culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that as a office and friend group, and oops, I just rubbed the. We're a bit. I wouldn't even say a bit ahead of the curve. We're pretty far out there.
We're pretty far ahead of the curve. Yeah.
It's pretty wild, actually. I don't really think about it that often because it's just something you're used to all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But,
that's how it's always worked too, right? Like
Yeah.
there is always people who are a little ahead. There's the vast majority who are where they are, and then there are the annoying, stupid people who just want to be dragged kicking and screaming into a better future.
Yeah.
And slowly we work our way forward. That's how it works.
I feel like the large majority of people that are behind the times you could probably look and see that a lot of them still use Facebook.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
I'm like, damn.
I think purely by nature of Facebook is always like the last place to get the memes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I remember when me and my partners like first started dating, and they would like show me, you know, some mimetic thing or whatever, and it was like, yeah, that was on Twitter like
6 months ago.
Yeah, like forever ago, right? And then you like fundamentally miss so many things where like when like I constantly use this one as the example where when Moonbase was like, you know, the hit meme or whatever, and it like finally was out of theaters and made its way to Netflix, and I was like, oh, we should watch Moonbase. And Nicole's like, oh yeah, that sounds great. What? And I was just like, are you ready to morb? And she's like, I don't know what you're saying. It's like, you know, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is fun not knowing stuff. You don't have to know everything.
No,
You know?
you shouldn't know everything.
No.
It's way too much.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. All right. You ready for my next thing I prepared?
Sure am.
So, I took some inspiration from all the tier lists that we were doing during the subathon.
Yeah.
You and Jordan did like almost not a whole stream worth, but you guys spent like an hour or so one night doing a bunch of tier lists, and then we did the tier list thing for live, which worked out pretty well. So what I have done is this is just going to be a pretty normal S, A, B, C, D tier list.
Okay.
There are 20 hand-selected video games that I have picked for this list. They are video games that I know that you have played and enjoyed to a degree. They have sort of come and gone in different points of your life.
Yeah.
Most of these, I think, are from like the last 20 years. There might be a couple that go a little bit further back.
Yeah.
So I want to spend a little bit of time. We can talk about the games. You can kind of get into your experience with them and what you thought of them. But what you have to do is, because there are 5 tiers and there are 20 games, at the end, it has to be even. You have to have 4 games in each of the 5 tiers.
Okay.
So only 4 games on this list can
like
be
that.
S tier.
Yeah.
And
What's
only
the,
4 can be D tier.
What's the what are the parameters? Like, is it stuff that's like, is it my just favorite, or is it like
These are whatever
impact on my life?
It's
like,
however you want it. I would love to know things about the game, like when you see the game, I would love
what
to
emotions?
your
Or like
what emotions it elicit. And then however you want to rank them is up to you. That's on you. But I would love to know with every game
what I feel,
what you feel, what your
it
first
made me
immediate
feel.
reaction
Yeah,
is.
That's fair.
You know, where were you in your life at the time this game was a part of your day to day. So
I have
see
a
if I can
question for
remember.
this.
yeah.
Do you want to be able to see the full spread of games, or can I bring them, or do you want them like up one by one and you don't know like what's coming up next?
I think I'd like to, because I think
then if you
seeing them
don't
one by
know-
one is more interesting, but I'm gonna have to reorder them at some point. So
Yeah,
That'll
and
get
I will
shuffled
I
around?
will allow you. Well, then, so how about we do this? How about you see one game come up, and then at the end you have a chance to do a reorder.
yeah, okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to reorder them.
Yeah,
because, like, I'm gonna come to
yeah.
the end and it's gonna be something that
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's an S or that's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
A
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reorder it, but I don't mind seeing them one at a time.
Yeah. Does that work for you, Ben?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
Just wanted to know how we wanted to present it.
All right, so here is the S through A tier, and you can pull the games up in whatever order you want, Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's. I think if we're starting with Adam,
Yeah.
it should be an oldie for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Old school Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I have fond memories of this game, just only attached to just like this friend group. And like, because James and I initially kind of bonded over this game. I think this was
the first game.
This was the first game that we really played a lot together.
You, me, and Ben
Wilkinson
played a lot of this game.
We would have little mini LAN
at
parties.
you would come over to my house. The three of us would just set up computers in my room
and then
downstairs.
we would play in public lobbies and then ghost for each other.
Yep.
There's a guy to your right. Just fucking kill him.
Or we used to play on Thug Server. You remember Thug Server?
Thug Server was tight. Yeah. Who was that one mod that was so mean to everybody? Do you remember?
I remember exactly.
There was a mod on this Thug Server that was just mean to people and was celebrated for it. Everyone's like, they're so cool, Yeah, that server sucked, but it was funny. Looking back,
and like people who played on that server, Ashton, played on that server. Sam Logan of Sam and Fuzzy fame played with us a little bit on that server. A couple other friends who you probably don't know, but those were good days.
Yeah.
All right, where is
James
it go,
and I played in like the Counter-Strike Open League.
Yep.
CSO or whatever.
CSO. Yeah, we actually tried our hands at competitive Counter-Strike.
I don't think, did we ever win a game?
I think we won.
I can't
but
remember
we didn't do
anything.
well.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. Initially I want to put it at like a B.
Yeah.
Just because like first person shooters aren't really what I love.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep. There's only I think one more on here.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll get to it. All right. What's next, Ben?
Up next, we've got there is actually a number of shooters on here.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye?
So this is interesting because I did want to include a couple games that I actually wasn't too sure about because GoldenEye was a staple of high school.
All our age group, that game is
but this game predates our relationship.
Yes. Very much
so that's why I was curious because this game for me and especially like Bill and Morgan and Alan and Graham, like this is what started the love affair for me with first person shooters. So what about for you? Where does this one sit for you?
Probably not that high.
Yeah.
I liked that game a lot. I remember playing it a lot when I was younger. Yeah, I mean, the cultural impact of that video game on our age group is like so insanely high.
Yep.
And I actually think kind of understated a little bit just how much that video game just if you were in that generation, everybody played that game. Even people that didn't play video games like knew GoldenEye, right? They were like, that's the GoldenEye game, the James Bond one. I remember because like the Christmas I got my N64, my dad did the whole thing where like you've opened everything and you're like, cool, that was fun.
Oh, and they pulled out the
one
more thing.
Yeah, and then he's like, my dad did the one more thing, and then that was the N64 with GoldenEye.
Damn.
So
that's a solid one more thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah, so it's just
and of course your dad's here today.
Holy Jesus. Bro, I have not talked to my father for like 20 years.
Yeah, I know, that's why it was funny.
Holy shit. I love you. I think my love would have kind of grown in a way, in a weird, what are you thinking kind of way? Yeah. Like, oh man, that would be funny. Oh God.
That'd be a pretty good get for our second
episode. Yeah.
We don't have branding, but we can
we can fly in Adam's dad.
Yeah, this bit cost me $800, so
yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to
God, my dad would be so awkward.
Oh,
I just know it. I'm gonna put it at A just because it's got legacy vibes. Yeah,
I feel like that one's
my friends and I because everyone had their own little meta. I think for multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
my friends and I we had to ban. We couldn't play proximity mines anymore.
Yep,
because everyone learned where everybody spawned.
Yep.
And they would just run laps throwing proximity mines on every spawn point.
Yeah.
And so you would pop in, you would blow up, you would die. They knew where you blew up. They would throw another proximity mine, and then that was it. Like the second you died once, you were dead.
Yeah.
Until the game ended.
Our meta was turbo mode, license to kill,
yeah.
which is like one shot kill.
Yeah.
And then to select the weapons, we would random, but there wasn't a random feature.
Yeah.
So we would all turn our heads close our one eye, and just
Yeah.
go "arr," and then slam the button really quickly.
I remember seeing you all, like when I was first introduced.
Yeah, we probably still did it.
Yeah, when I was first introduced to this friends group, we were playing GoldenEye, and I was like, "What
is
is
happening?"
going on?"
Yeah.
Little boy from rural Saskatchewan, and all these people are turning one eye and going, "Arr!" Dude, we didn't put that much thought into it.
Yeah,
We were
oh,
like,
wow.
I don't know, what do you want to play? You know?
All right. Next up.
Diablo 2.
That's an S. You have to. I have to. I put way too much time into it. It's just like, but I don't want to say it, and like, I don't think that game is perfect. Like, that game is good and it's timeless.
Yeah.
And at the time, looking back on it, I don't know if this is weird or if anybody else thinks like this, but when I look back at old video games, I'm like, man, I wish I wasn't so dog shit when I was younger. You know, like I had an idea of like how to learn, and like obviously as you get older, it's more just my ability to like. I wish I could. In my youth when I was playing video games, I had taken a step back to like look at a game from a wider perspective, like I do now. Like when I'm learning a new game, I'm able to like look back and be like, okay, well, what does this game want me to do?
Yep.
How does this interact with this? What are we doing here? Like I like stuff like that, but I didn't have that when I was younger. So it was just, there was something innocent about like just clicking and being bad at something and just having things that are just not great. And like I spent a long time like playing that game because this was like in the infancy of the internet, and I didn't look at message boards, or I didn't go to like Game Facts or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I just played games, and sometimes I learned them.
Yep.
And like, but it was always just like talking with my friends about them and what we learned and stuff like that. So you would like hear things, and I had friends that were much more online. I guess like it's funny considering like how or what I do now, and like just how little I was online even just before I did this too. Like
Yeah.
not much has changed for me, like as far as being online, quote unquote being online.
Yep.
But yeah, that game's just, I don't know, man. The way the time it came out, and just like what it represented for video games as a whole, and just like what, I mean, Blizzard's MO is just taking something that's like, well, I guess this is when they were just doing new things, you know, but they did eventually turn into a company or a game company that just like took an idea, refined it, polished the hell out of it, you know, added some like character to it as far as like, you know, Overwatch or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, D2, countless hours, just like hundreds of thousands of hours just playing that game. And
to be clear, hundreds of thousands, not hundreds and like not 100,000.
No. 100. I don't think.
I mean, I remember.
I would probably put it lifetime. I'm probably at like, I would be surprised if it's above 2,000 hours. I don't know.
I would have
just
thought
being
higher than
reasonable.
that. I mean, I remember hanging out in your room at Blackwood, with you doing Mephisto runs over and over and over again.
Yep.
That's the good old days. All right. So Diablo 2 is up to the S. All right. Next.
All right, moving into the future. God of War.
That's an S. I love that series. I love that whole series. I don't know. That is also like a thing that just, I actually think the first game is dog shit. I shouldn't say dog shit. It does not hold up that well. I think the first one is the least interesting one.
How many are there now?
Oh, there's a bunch. There was like 3 of the main titles, and then there's a couple on the PSP,
like
which I played, which were good.
Yeah.
And then I think that's actually
9
maybe
in total.
9 in total.
9? Wow.
Damn, that's a lot. That's more than I
That's
thought.
more than
Maybe
I
I
thought.
missed-
Yeah.
9 in the main series with several spin-offs and mobile games.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played any of the mobile games. I played like the main 3, couple on the PSP, and then I've played the first, whatever the reboot was, but I haven't played Ragnarok yet. I still don't even know what happened. I haven't managed to not get spoiled on any of it. So one day I'll play that game.
All right.
And like, yeah, that game series just, I was like always kind of a big fan of Greek mythology, but I think it's more just like the vibe and like the style and what the art, I guess, like the I can't think of the word, but just like the way things look, you know, I love that like Greek vibe of like, the way buildings look and the way environments look, and you know, I mean, obviously, all the Greek mythology stuff is cool because everyone just ends up really fucking miserable all the time. And that's probably an appeal that I have. But even the story of Kratos, like, Kratos is hardly likable as a character. They made him, in the first 3 games, he's a big whiny baby. He just gets mad at things.
Yeah.
Which is funny when you look back on it and you're like, one of my favorite scenes in any of the games is God of War 3. There's a moment where he's arguing with a statue of Athena, and she says something he doesn't like, so he just gets really mad and smashes the statue. And I'm like, that's so funny. Like, what are you doing?
Just a big baby.
He's just
get your way.
He's a big baby that they gave a bunch of weapons to.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's funny, you know? But I think God of War 2 is great. It's got way better fights than... It has a more focus, like... Because, like, the spectacle of God of War was what was so great. And, like, the first one, the only parts that you really got the spectacle is they opened with a banger with the Hydra fight.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God, this game rules. Like, we hadn't really seen anything to that level of, like camera work and just, like, big thing that you get to beat the shit out of. And, like, I think QuickTime events are good.
Yeah.
I think they're good. I like QuickTime events.
Pro QuickTime events. Yep.
I don't like QuickTime events that make you mash a button to open a door, and God of War has a ton of that. And I'm like, that's just busy work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I doing? It's like, what is this?
Open the door.
You know, just open the door.
Yep.
So I think QuickTime events are good, and like God of War has a ton of those. The second one, like, built on the formula of like, okay, what was good about it? They had like the only 2 big fights in God of War 1 are like, you fight the Hydra first off, and then there's like a big gap where nothing really happens, and then you fight the Minotaur in the labyrinth at the end, and then you fight Ares at the end, but like that's it. And then God of War 2 has like the Perseus fight, the first fight against the guy where you slam his head in the door. I can't remember all the names. There's the fight with the guy in the swamp. I'm trying to think what else is in 2. But the Perseus fight is probably one of my favorite fights in that whole series, because like you fight him in a pool and he goes invisible and you can see his footsteps. And I'm just like, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
And then 3 has like the best ones, the Poseidon fight to kick things off, where you climb Mount Olympus, and then you fight the giant scorpion, or you fight Hermes. The Hermes fight is great. I mean, it's not really a fight, but he kicks the shit out of Hermes. But yeah, I don't know. I love that series.
All right. S tier. What's next?
Dark Cloud 2.
Dark Cloud 2, baby.
I mean, come on, man.
Dark Cloud 2.
Where do you think I'm going to put this game? Yeah. There's just no other. That game is my favorite game of all time. It's not remotely close. I love this game, and James watched me play.
I've
countless hours.
I've definitely watched you play a lot of this game.
Yeah, I love. It has everything that I liked at the time, which is like a weapon upgrade system.
Yeah,
which I'm a big fan of in my video games. And then it had it had Sfida, which I think is the best like mini game of any game. And if you don't know what Sfida is, it's like. The way the game works is you go, like, each level is like a separate instance, like, dungeon. And you go through it, and there's a map, and they're kind of randomized, but not really. And then you kill all the enemies, and once you kill all the enemies, a little portal spawns. It's red or blue. And then there's a ball that spawns that's red or blue, and the distance is random. Yeah. And since the map is random, you can end up, like, you could have, like, 4 strokes to get to the portal. And the only catch is that the ball has to be the opposite color
of the portal
than the portal to get inside.
And
so
it
you can
swaps color every time you hit it.
Every time you bounce. Every time it bounces.
Or every time
off
it bounces, it
changes colors.
Yeah.
So it's like you get in these situations where you're trying to bank shot it and stuff. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just the best mini game. The story sucks. Yeah. It's not great. It's more just like I think Sfida is so good. So the game is like whatever. It's very early. It was like 2004 when this game came out, I think. My rough guess is I think it came out in 2004.
Hey, look.
Oh, hey.
We can see that, Ben.
2002. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
I only have one left in S tier.
We are 5 games into 20, and you already have 3 S tiers. So, and you are only allowed 4. So there'll be some reorganizing.
Yeah.
Ben, what is next?
Those are good ones, James. Shadow of the
Colossus.
D. I fucking hated that game. That's a D. I hate that game. I hated it, man. I hated that game. It's clunky. Yeah. It's just, God, dude, it controls so bad. And my one memory is I streamed it here. It was back when Adam's Game House was a thing. Mm-hmm. And I was getting mad at the horse. because the horse controls so bad, and everyone's like, I can't remember who it was. There was somebody that said if this was real life, that's how the horse would control. And I'm like, I don't play this fucking shit
For real.
real horse. I want the horse to turn like a hot rod. I want it to be a transformer. I want that shit to go, you know? I don't want it to like act up and be a horse. I want it to be a thing, a bunch of pixels on the screen. I didn't really, I understand. I'm not, years ago I would like try to like bait people, like quote unquote bait people or whatever. But it's like, I just didn't like that game. And if you like that game, that's cool. That game was not for me. That is not
fair enough.
It's very rare that I think like I dislike a game that much. Because generally speaking, when I play a game, I'm like, it was okay. But I generally won't say anything if I didn't like it. Like if I played, like there's tons of games where I've played and I just haven't said anything to anyone because I'm like, I don't know, I just didn't feel enough to comment it. But like, oh man, that game drives me nuts.
All right.
Yeah.
Next.
Bloodborne.
That's a tough one because obviously I was really into it when it came out. But if I'm looking at like the wide scope of things, I'd probably put it at like B.
When you were watching me play through it, did it change your opinion on it? Just
I
like
thought it was
watching
much worse.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this game kind of sucks. It's like 1 or 2 good boss fights.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a tragedy because like the setting is so good and aesthetically it's great. And like people love that old Victorian Gothic setting.
Yeah. Where did
That's
it
like
come-
an easy way.
That's like the next one that's coming too from like in everyone's stuff is like not it isn't Yarnum, but it's like it's Yarnum like from my understanding is the next FromSoft game.
Yeah.
So
Where in the FromSoft lineup did this one come?
Before Dark Souls 3.
It was before Dark Souls 3,
I think it was right in between 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Is some of the fact that it's not as good as maybe as you remember because things got much better in like Dark Souls 3 and then obviously Elden Ring?
I think part of that too is like, even going back to it a little bit after you played it, you're like, man, this frame rate's not good.
Yeah.
It's definitely a knock. And I'm not saying not good in like 30s is fine, but it's noticeable.
Yeah.
Like when you play a game at 30, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, this does feel a little clunky.
Fair.
It's like go back and play GoldenEye.
Oh god,
Dude.
GoldenEye's like 4 frames.
Yeah. Do you remember Perfect Dark was one of the best games ever made, but
Yeah.
it runs at like 3 frames a second.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's so hard to go back. But at the time, we didn't have.
Yeah, I mean nothing to compare it to. It's not like
Yeah.
we had like, you know,
That does like alter it a little bit. How can
Yeah.
it not? Like I can't like look at Bloodborne in a vacuum and be like, yes, this game was incredible. But because it is good, I'm not saying it's like unplayable, but like looking back, I don't think it holds up as well for me personally.
Fair.
As like even 2 and like Dark Souls 1 and all the other games.
so where are
hold
you
up.
putting that one?
B?
B. All right.
I got no C's.
What else you got, Ben?
This is an interesting one. I don't know the story necessarily. Divinity 2 Original Sin.
I don't know either. I played it.
You and I played this
Yeah.
together.
That's why I put it in there.
Oh,
I knew
okay.
you two played this.
I played it a little bit. I think it's a C. I don't really have any strong feelings either way. It was fine.
What game? I mean, some of these games I put in because I knew that you had an experience with them. Like I put that one in there specifically because I knew that you and Ben played it.
Yeah.
And I knew that you and Ben would be here today, and I'd be curious to hear if there was anything came out of that.
I mean, Divinity. All the Divinity games walked so that Baldur's Gate 3 could run.
Baldur's
right?
Gate 3,
Like
yeah.
That's the case of it. Divinity, though, they were really high on the environmental systems where it's
Yeah.
like, you know, a thing is on fire, and if you throw a poison barrel in it, then it explodes, and like that became like really the only way you fought. Like dude hitting you with sword was like dog shit in comparison to guy who like, you know, made you slip because you were on water and you threw some ice underneath you or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest problem.
My
with it.
big gripe about games like that is like I just want a grid-based tactics game. Please God.
Yeah.
Like I just don't really particularly care for like the Baldur's Gate style of like turn-based where it's like it does feel a little weird and panicky where you're just like pausing and unpausing and pausing and unpausing over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I just want to play Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Just give me like a cool fantasy grid-based tactics
I mean, we're getting that Final Fantasy Tactics
remake. Yeah, but I mean like
But, yeah.
I want like something that's like a bit more updated,
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair.
But that's all I want.
All right. So you're putting that at C?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Ben.
Smelden Ring.
Elden Ring. I think these were the two FromSoft games I put on here. Bloodborne and Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
I'm definitely going to put it at A, I think. I think Elden Ring was great. Like, it's an incredible video game. But all I can ever think about when I look at Elden Ring is, like, the last boss of the DLC, which I think is probably the best boss they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And that might change with future games that come out because it's like, as they come out and they get better. But my ranking, I don't want to put it quite at S, but I can't give you a good reason why, other than there's only one slot left. That's basically the best one I can give you.
To go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Elden Ring's great. I mean, it's obviously it made a huge cultural impact. Like, the people are going to look back at Elden Ring in the same way that we look at, like, GoldenEye.
Sure.
I think. Or, like, that cultural touchstone game
Yep.
that everybody played. Like, who didn't play Elden Ring? Not many people didn't play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Going back in time.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4.
Yes. Man, I played a lot of this game.
Yeah, we played a lot of this.
Played
game.
a lot of this
I
game.
actually, while I was putting this list together, I went back and watched some old multiplayer footage of this game.
Yeah.
My God, does that game look better in my head than it does in real
Yeah, it
life?
sure does. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Especially after coming on. We'll talk a little bit about this at the end of the show when we're talking about what we're playing, because I just got done playing a bunch of Battlefield 6 over the last week. But my God, does that game look way worse than I remember it looking. But God, that game, man. You played a lot of that game.
That was
360.
Not quite as much of a cultural touchstone game, but it's pretty close. That game was huge.
Oh, yeah. That game.
Everybody played that. If you had an
Yeah.
Xbox, like, most people played that game.
Yep. And you played that game. We played that game with some of your old work buddies
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I sure did. I'm going to put it at Lifetime. I actually think I put it in C.
Fair
I think
enough.
that's fair.
Fair. All right.
That game was so good when it came out, though.
So
Man.
we're halfway through,
Yeah.
and you're keeping things pretty even.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good. I can remember most of the games that are coming up. I like the order, Ben, you're doing these in. This has been good.
All right.
So keep it up, and what do you got next?
Hollow Knight.
Ooh.
I like that game. I don't think about that game.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't ever man, that game was good. Or even I hear music, like usually my first thought, if I ever hear kind of the litmus test a lot for this stuff is if I see an image or if I hear a song from a game I really like, I go, ooh,
Yeah.
But I don't do that when I hear a Hollow Knight song.
Fair.
But that game was good.
Yeah.
It was
I
very
mean, yeah,
good.
it is unarguably an excellent game, but it is not eliciting any sort of tremendous emotional reaction out of you,
I think I would put it in D for that reason.
which is fair.
Yeah.
Again, this is not
A knock on the quality of the game.
all of the games on this list. I think are pretty damn good games.
Yeah.
I did not pick stinker games, except for apparently Shadow of the Colossus.
I didn't say it was
but
a stinker. I said I did not like
but
that
I knew
game.
you didn't like it. That's why I included it, because I was curious to see what reactions you're going to
Yeah.
get. All right, what's next?
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
D.
I had a feeling.
I wasn't sure about this one. I was actually kind of curious about this one.
I mean, it's fine. It's just
We did play a lot of Overwatch when it first came out.
I think original Summer of Overwatch might have been one of my favorite spans of gaming.
Yeah, I agree.
the summer of Overwatch.
Yeah, that first year came out with all the incredible story cinematics that they had, the classic 6v6, those original lineup of heroes. It was a good ass game.
Yeah.
It was a good ass game, but that's fair. D it is. All right, what's next?
Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, this is another one of the older ones that I was kind of curious about. I wasn't sure.
I think even though it doesn't really hold a special place in my heart, that game is timeless.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah,
It's timeless, dude. It's like that game. Just every time I see it, I'm like, yep.
It's like the speedrun game,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean, it is also the game that brought Mario into the 3D world, and which has led to so many other incredible games. But I think that was the one game on this list, along with GoldenEye, that I included that I wasn't 100% sure what kind of reaction I was going to get out of you. So,
I put it at a B. It might move up to A, but I have to see what else is left.
all right.
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
This could be kind of Super Smash anything. I just
Yeah.
had to pick a game, and I went with Melee. So you can kind of consider this more like the series.
I did play a lot of Melee with like my friend group, back, and even then I kind of stopped. Like, I moved here and I played it. Actually, the first night that I ever met like Bill and I don't know who else was there. Bill, Ash, that whole friend
Yep.
group. You weren't there. You were the one. I didn't meet you till way later. Not way later, but you
Yeah,
know,
a little later.
a
Yep.
little while later.
Uh,
And that was what we were doing at Promy's house, who I couldn't remember the last name of. Not that I want to
Yeah.
dox
yeah.
him online,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember his last name.
I can't remember
I
his
still
last
can't
name.
remember
Nope,
it. I've been
still-
trying to think about that stuff for like 5 days. I'm like,
We'll figure it out after this. We'll get there.
yeah. So God, C.
All right.
Probably. Yeah,
That's totally
I
fair.
think it's fine on a C.
All right.
Hades.
Oh.
Above or below Hollow Knight? Or at the same level?
Yeah, it doesn't really I enjoyed that game. I'm not I think I might actually put it at D. Honestly.
Whoa, that surprises me.
Yeah. It was fine. It's fine.
D is the first to fill.
All right. What do we got? 4 more games then?
Yeah.
Or no, 5, right?
Yeah.
5 more. All
Yeah.
right.
Now that D is filled,
Uh-oh.
League of Legends.
Got baited. Actually, you know what? League is such a good game.
I agree.
It is an incredibly good video game. And it's easy to say the people are bad or the people suck, which most people in a
I mean,
competitive
that's just
online setting are just going to get mad, at stuff. And
I mean, let's just pretend that you've got a good 5 stack of friends that you're playing this game with.
deep.
Usually it is.
Yeah. It's D?
Uh,
I mean, you can put it at D, but we will have to
gotta
remove
shove something
we'll have to
up.
move some stuff around at the
Yeah.
end.
I'm gonna put it in C for now, but I might have to reshuffle.
I wasn't. This was another one that I would like. Again, I didn't want to put a bunch of games on here that I knew exactly what your reaction was going to be.
Yeah.
Which is why I've included some of these other games.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight, Hades. I definitely
Worth
expected.
noting, James, you are 1 game short on this list to make 4 and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Did maybe one of the files didn't?
Maybe.
We'll see what happens when we get to the end. I would have expected League to be higher there for you. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
All right.
There's just the things I like about League, I found in fighting games, so I don't need to play League.
Fair.
It's all the stuff that I like about League, which is the one-on-one lane battle and not the big team-wide stuff. I love that part of it, the first 10 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But everything after that, I kind of tend to fall off on. So I'd probably put it about that.
All right. What's next?
Street Fighter 4.
Street Fighter 4?
So
Just fighting games in general?
Just Street Fighter in general.
Yeah, it's just
I
NES.
thought
I think I would just put fighting games at NES, and it's it's at the top, it's top S, and it's not even remotely close.
I thought I would have grabbed the 5, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, the Street Fighter in general.
Yeah,
fighting
just
games.
fighting games. Yeah, fighting games are the top, the best, my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would ever turn out that way because I only watched fighting games for years because I would watch fighting games. I kind of got into them a little bit before Street Fighter 4 got released. So it had an arcade release in 2008 and then it came out on consoles in 2009. And that was at a time when internet and YouTube was still very much in its infancy. So gatekeeping was still very cool and good.
Mm-hmm.
People love to gatekeep more so than even. Do you think gatekeeping now is a thing? It's no, it used to be much worse. And yeah, they had a term for people like me who got into fighting games because of Street Fighter 4. They call this 09ers. They'd be like, "Oh, you're an 09er." I've been playing since I used to play in Sunnyvale Golf Arcade in San Francisco or whatever. And it's just yeah, the culture has changed significantly for the better. Surrounding fighting games, so that's good, and I think it's good to get into now. Would I recommend if we were both in 2009 and I'd be don't get into it, it's not worth it, because everyone's kind of mean. But yeah, I didn't really start playing until I played in a little bit in '09, and I actually played at locals a little bit when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. So I would go up to UVic and play. And then I fell off for a while, and then just right around, God, I want to say, when was it? 2019, 2020, somewhere around there is when I really started playing them. And then, yeah, they're my favorite genre, not close. I would pick fighting games over, like if I had to pick from the bundle to play, I'd be like, I'll boot up a fighting game and play it.
Fair. All right.
World of Warcraft.
It's an A. You have to. I can't put it. I can't think I can justify putting it in S. But like I've met some of the best friends. My friend Ivy, who I've known for like 20 years now, something like that. 16 years, 17 years.
Yeah, Adam introduced me to this friend group, and they're like my main friend group now.
Ivy is one of my favorite people on planet Earth. I wouldn't have met her if I didn't meet her and her then boyfriend playing World of Warcraft during Wrath of the Lich King. And then it was like at the end of Wrath of the Lich King, and then I went from pretty much from Cataclysm all the way straight through till even just recent, like Dragonflight, I guess. And I played pretty much every expansion at some point or another with Ivy. So I have to at least put World of Warcraft that high on the list for that fact alone. Like that's even outside of like I think the game is good or whatever, but I'm going to put that there because I never would have met Ivy if I didn't start playing that game.
Fair enough.
So I only have one more.
So are there 20? Could you look in the USB drive? Are there 20 files there?
I had to unplug it. Hold on.
Because there was one file that was a different format, and I'm guessing that's probably what happened. Because I don't know offhand what the other, what the final game is. I am curious once we get through all of these, if there is a game that you were surprised that I didn't put on this list.
All right. While I'm looking through it, and S is filled, Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I think I'm actually going to put PoE above. I'd put Diablo 2 in A and then PoE in S. Because I think it's just better. Like, it's just a better game.
And you put Diablo.
Diablo 2 goes into A tier, and then, Yeah, I think PoE is one of the best games ever made, and it's not even really remotely close. It's just that game is something else, man. I didn't think I would really like be able to learn it is kind of like my hesitation, and I think that's a lot of people's hesitation, where it's like, and my view on the game is skewed because I got to stream it for a living, or like at least I could just do that. So it's like, you know, I'm not working my 9 to 5 and then I go home and I have to learn how to play Path of Exile.
You dumped a lot of time into that one.
So I think that game is just, I don't even know how to put it into words how good that game actually is, from like the systems and like what it asks for you and the options it gives you and the way that you can tackle problems in that game. And even then, like the way I'm tackling problems in that game is like pretty basic. Like I'm not doing things that there's a lot of people out there doing, and I think like the solo self-found experience in Path of Exile is like incredibly good. And just I highly recommend it to anybody. And I know that like the game looks confusing and it's hard, and it is, like the bar for entry is so high, which sucks. And I think they're trying to change it a little bit with PoE 2, but there's a whole other conversation.
You can also just get in there and just go. Like
you can.
Like it's possible.
It is possible.
But you do get rewarded for really diving into the mechanics and the systems that they
do.
That
everything in that game works together in such a seamless, fluent way that it doesn't feel like it's real.
Right.
Everything in that game that's in that game interacts with each other in a way that like just builds on each other and makes everything better, just as far as like the way that you find character power.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of playing those games, is like the power fantasy of like, you know, I scale my damage, and then like once you've scaled your damage so much that it like the damage, like the way that things scale in that game is so insane, because there's more things than just I make more damage happen. It's like you scale your speed, and then you scale your defenses, and then you scale scaling your speed is the weird one because like when you first start playing, you're like, oh, I make damage bigger and then everything else gets better. And it's like true. But once you like hit your like kind of damage cap or like there's nowhere room to grow, and it's like, where do I scale next? And it's like, well, the speed of my character, how fast I move or whatever. And how do I do that? And where can I get that from? And what do I have to sacrifice to get for it?
Yeah.
And then like defenses in that game are really interesting because there's so many different ways to build a character that doesn't or has trouble dying. And like getting there is the hard part, and knowing and understanding how it all works is also hard. But like scaling defenses, I think of all the things in that game, figuring out a character defensively is much more fun to me than like making a character that just does a bunch of damage.
All right, I figured it out.
All right.
So it was a bad file.
Yep.
That was also not named. It didn't have the name of it, so I had to do some like backwards finding out and digging into the file.
Awesome. All right.
And it makes total sense what you picked. So I went and found a JPEG that works.
Perfect.
Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This gets really tough.
So that's your list right now.
Darkest Dungeon.
We can. What do you want to move around to make this list work?
Okay. Okay. GoldenEye goes to B. God of War goes to A. Darkest Dungeon's an S. Yeah. And
anything else you want to move around before we?
You want to rearrange these because typically people do like order.
Like ordered.
Yeah.
Ordered is like Dark Cloud 2 is number 1, and then. Well, that's not true. Fighting games might be actually number 1 now. Yeah, I'll put Street Fighter first, Dark Cloud 2 second, and then Darkest Dungeon third, Path of Exile last. And then that orders... Actually, D2 is probably the top of A, and then WoW is probably number 2, and then Elden Ring's last with God of War third. And then I would put... God, that Super Mario 64 looks so weird there, but I don't know where else I would put it. Because I can't really put it like lower. No, I think that's fine. I think GoldenEye is probably number 1. Counter-Strike's probably last in B. And then everything else is ahead of it. Yeah. And then... Yeah, that looks about right. I would say Hades is probably ahead of Overwatch and Shadow of the Colossus, but the order stays the same. Yeah. That looks about right to me.
Lock it in.
Yeah, it's locked in.
All right.
That's a good looking list.
There you go. So is there a game that you are surprised I did not put on that list?
I'm a little shocked no Enter the Gungeon. I played a lot of that game.
Interesting. So I think the reason I can actually perfectly explain to you why I wouldn't have put it in there, because my mind immediately goes to Jordan when I think of Enter the Gungeon. I do not. And the thing is that like that's the one game I think of Jordan generally. When I think of Enter the Gungeon, when I think of Adam, there's so many goddamn games that come to mind just because we've been friends for so long, and video games have been such a huge part of our relationship.
Is weird. No Monster Hunter.
That's a good one. Yeah. I did actually.
I don't know where I would have put Monster Hunter on that list.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that high, I don't think.
I think the problem with Monster Hunter for me is that I wanted to try to avoid. I more wanted it to be list of games and not series. Some of them I knew that were going to be like Street Fighter. I knew was going to be a series, and to be honest, I have no idea what Monster Hunter game I would even pick, like to begin to pick.
Probably World,
because I have never touched Monster Hunter and never really even watched you play it that much, other than on your stream.
Yeah,
I did for a second think about putting Dauntless on there. Which I thought
for like 6 months that
was
my favorite game.
Yeah,
God, I played a lot of that game for like 6 months, and then it was like shortly after they did like they released these like solo arena fights that you could do, and they had leaderboards of like the times, you know.
Yeah,
and after that, things started going a little downhill because like all the hunts, basically like the problem with that Dauntless had is it like had all these really cool monsters that actually had like some very cool mechanics, but fights were over in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the load times were about 30 seconds. Like you would spend almost as much time in load times as you would fighting the monsters. So it's like, bro, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I know that
Dauntless.
pain with Tarkov too well. Yeah, Dauntless. Yeah. The other one that I thought about maybe putting on there was Bashi, just because of the history with that game. But I'm like,
It's funny because if I had only done one playthrough of Bashi, I'd probably put it pretty high. But at the second one, actually made me the most miserable I've ever been. There's not many instances where like of all the years I've been streaming that I felt like I would rather be anywhere else right now.
And the
The
second
second
get-go
playthrough of Bashi
Bashi
was like the most miserable, awful, just I did not want to be there ever at any moment. Yeah, no Cuphead.
I did think about Cuphead.
Cuphead would have
but
been a tough one. I don't know what I would have done if you put Cuphead on there. I'm a big fan of that game.
Can you go back to the list for a sec, Ben? I did want to make sure. Yeah, like again, I wanted to make sure that there were a couple games on there that I wasn't personally sure about.
Yeah.
Just to kind of spark a little bit of a conversation.
Bro, if you had wanted to be absolutely diabolical, you would have put like instead of all those games on C, maybe keep Call of Duty there, but then put like Bashi, Cuphead, Monster Hunter.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I don't know what I do.
Yeah.
At that point, it's
I would
like,
love to see your Pokemon vibe too, because like I've played a couple of them.
Oh yeah. I've never really played an actual full playthrough of a normal Pokemon game though. Actually, I played through Blue when I was younger, but I don't remember anything about that. But like I haven't like sat down and played like a Pokemon game. I played Kaizo.
Well, Ben, when you are eventually my guest, we will be tier ranking every Pokemon there is.
Every single one?
Yeah, all
Okay,
whatever,
easy.
1,600. I don't know how many fucking Pokemon there are now. There are a lot.
Anyway,
Anyways,
Stardew would have been funny. Yeah,
I also thought about
Stardew would have been. I actually probably would have put Stardew pretty high.
Twitch chat said Returnal, which would have been a big one.
Oh,
Oh,
Returnal would have been tough.
Returnal is like that's one of the
God.
games that I know that you really enjoyed, but
Oh, I love that. That's probably one of the best games I've ever played too.
Yeah.
Like I rank that one pretty highly.
Fair enough.
From like a full beginning to end experience and like just what that game does and the sound design in that game, I think is second to none. Sound design in that game is awesome. The gun feels great. Again, it's funny that like I'm not much of a shooter guy, but some of my favorite games are like
that's a
shooter-esque.
third person, right?
Yeah, it's third.
So it's a little different, but
It's a little different,
Yeah.
but God, Returnal's good.
I also thought about Dead Space too. Again, there were a lot of games that I associate with Adam,
Yeah.
but I also wanted to make sure that there was some on there that I wasn't too sure about. So.
No Sekiro. Persona 5 would have been pretty funny.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know where I would have put Persona 5 because that playthrough was actually really good. That was the one that caught me the most off guard as far as like video games I've played.
yeah,
I didn't think I would like that game as much as I did. It's just too long. That's a problem.
yeah.
It's like there's so much good stuff in that game, but there's just like all the stuff that comes with like JRPGs, I guess, in general.
Yeah.
All the relationship stuff and like the characters were all great though.
Cool. All right, friends. Well, that was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed that too. And would you look at that? It is already the end of the show.
Damn.
90 minutes flies by just
Pretty
like
quick.
that.
Yeah.
So, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the second episode of Good Morning Moonbase. Thank you to Adam for coming in and joining us this morning. That was a ton of fun. Ben, thank you for running tech. Crushed it. Thank you to everybody watching out there in Twitch land right now. And if you're watching over on the YouTube, thank you so much as well. Of course, everything that we do is brought to you by you over at the Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Hopefully by next week, we'll put in that graphic. But for now, just mind's eye it. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you next week.
I can see it.
Bye, everybody.
The logo.